Hello YouTube world, my name is Nicholas Montez and you're watching my YouTube channel, Nicholas Montez. Now today we're going to be reviewing the episode 7 of WandaVision, the Breaking the Fourth Wall. I don't really have any big announcements to make about it, so without further ado, let's just get into the review. So I think the best thing about episode 7 of WandaVision is really just I would say the interactions between the characters. I think the characters are what really puts this episode on top for me. It's just, I love the way the characters went. Except like in the world of the sitcom, and even the characters like Monica and Jimmy, I thought were handled very well. Well, Jimmy wasn't really much in this episode, but sorry about that. But so if you remember back in episode 6, where Wanda expands her sitcom world, and then Darcy gets pulled in. She technically gets pulled into this world, and Vision and Darcy actually have like a little connection between each other. Honestly, I actually really liked the relationship. It was really cool. I just thought it was cool to see them explaining the plot lines of like how Vision died in Infinity War. It was just very cool to me. I just love when MCU characters of the timeline now just explain of what happened in the past. Like, finally, they actually know what happened. It's a little bit weird how they do know that what happened. It's like, I mean, Vision wasn't really the most famous character in the MCU. Like, for people, he's not the most famous. I'm not really sure how people know him, though. Like, in the MCU, I'm not really sure how people know him. But, like, for some other people, I don't really... For fans of the MCU, I know how people know them because people watch the movies. Anyways, so what else did I like about this episode? I thought that I don't know. This episode was kind of confusing to like. Now, the visuals are of course fantastic. The characters, like I said, are fantastic. The way they did the sitcom, as this is the episode that does the 2000 sitcom, a lot of people have been saying it's like The Office, which I actually did not know it was a sitcom. Now, I did like some moments with the Office sitcom world, but I don't know, it didn't fit right with me. It just didn't really seem right. Much like most people have said, this episode just gives us more questions than answers. That's what the best thing about the show is, that it gives us questions, and then later in other episodes, they give us answers. So, now there were some now I will say this, the twist with Agatha Harkness, which is also Agnes, if you have not watched the show, she's the villain. I kind of knew that because I kind of saw some spoilers, but at the same time, I was also surprised because there were some things I was not expecting to happen. But yeah, so those are my good things about WandaVision episode 7. With that said, like, those are the good things about episode 7 of WandaVision. With that said, let's get started talking about the bad. For me, the bad thing about this episode is the whole sitcom world is very, very odd to me. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I'm just not the biggest fan of it. I mean, I'm not really the biggest fan of sitcoms in general. Like, the past sitcom episodes that we've gotten, I liked them. But, you know, it just... I don't really know. Also, I thought that this episode was a little bit weird. Especially, like in the sitcom, there wasn't really, like, oh my gosh, they're gonna beat each other up. Because, like, Darcy actually punches a clown in the face. Well, like, not an actual clown, like a circus person. Like, I was like, yeah, punch him. But then, yeah, it didn't really excite me, but... And then the humor, there was a couple scenes that I did laugh at, but there wasn't, like, laugh out loud scenes like in the other episodes. But I still enjoyed it. The commercial in this one, I will say this, the commercial of this one is much better than the one that we got last week, because that last week's commercial was very weird. I did not like the commercial of that one. But this one feels a lot like the commercials that we've seen this past decade. But it feels more realistic than it does for a Marvel thing. Now, the only thing that I did realize that it was part of Marvel was that it had one of the guys that played in the commercials from the first 2 WandaVision episodes. So that's kind of exciting, but everything else is not really good. But I will say this episode is pretty mixed for me. And also, this episode gives us more questions than answers, which is something that I don't like. Like, literally when the episode ends with Agatha Harkness saying, "And I killed Sparky too," I was like, no! So, those were my thoughts on WandaVision Episode 7. Before we get into my scores, be sure to tell me down below, what did you think about Episode 7 of WandaVision? Just tell me your thoughts down below. So, with that said, let's get started with those scores. Alright, so that is my review for WandaVision Episode 7. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My Instagram name is Marvel6. My TikTok name is Marvel1Fan. I'm pretty sure a bunch of people have subscribed to me already. And just to let you know, today I'm going to be posting my Nomadland review. But the thing is, I basically will be doing a live stream of that just to pass time. Because I also hit 30 subscribers. Not 30,000. Well, that's way too far. I said the wrong words. I'm sorry for that. I meant 30 followers because I just texted one of my friends about my channel to go follow me, and they did. And I'm talking to you, Rachel. So I'll see you guys on the live stream as soon as I get this video posted and all that stuff. So see you guys on the live stream, and maybe you guys could ask me some questions.